And then let's check out this one. This one somehow came in a bigger box as compared to the smaller guys. So that was interesting there. I wonder what the deal is. It does say here it is the Militaw 8.18 inches. Okay, this is a fixed blade. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that's what we got going on here. D2 blade, black G10 party streamers, G10 handle. Okay, so if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's take a look at this thing. If this is a fixed blade off the Militaw, that is one sweet thing. That is definitely a great thing. Again, you're already taking the Militaw design and you're bringing it to the fixed blade world. I know a lot of people who prefer fixed blades over folders most or a lot of the time. So this is going to be sweet. Best wishes for you and a variety of different stickers. And man, oh man, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Are you guys ready? I'm not sure if you guys are ready for this. Bam. Holy smokes. The box that keeps on giving. This is the Militaw fixed blade. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're gonna come back to that. That's what they meant there by the party streamers G10 handle right there. So yes, we got black G10 and the party streamers insert. That's pretty sweet. And of course in here we would have the Kydex sheath, right, which has my favorite clip mechanism, right? This sort of press and release button, right, to wrap around your belt or what have you, your backpack, strap, whatever it is you want to hook it up to, and then click, it just goes in place. Speaking of which, right, first time I saw that was on the Smolt, and it also has the same pocket clip feature right there. So that's one of my favorites of all time. So definitely the right call for this particular one. And also in here you have, of course, the Kizer wiping cloth, and you have silica gel and warranty and product information, a little handout. But that's about it on that. Let me go ahead and close it here, get these things out of the way. And I'm just gonna go ahead and focus on the knife here for just a moment. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and put the sheath to the side for now. I'm gonna focus on the fixed blade, and I'm gonna take the tip off here. It always comes with a protective tip. And man, oh man, this is super, super interesting. So we got the handle, which we're used to on the Militaw. I wanna say on here, this section is a little bit shorter than the regular Militaw. We'll do some size-by-size comparisons where you guys can pause the video and really see all the differences between the two. It is a full tank. It is a full tank construction, which is definitely the right thing to do. Some jimping back here, which is interesting, and it wraps all the way around. We did say it is a D2 blade, and it is coated here in black. So that helps the D2 with, you know, being a little bit more corrosion resistant, since D2 isn't by default. We have two jimpings here, and then another one further forward on the blade. And this is a pretty lengthy cutting path, to say the least. So first things first, ergonomics on this thing are a 10 out of 10, right? When you don't have a pocket clip in sight and you have this wonderful contoured edges here, 10 out of 10 all day, every single day, right? And of course you can, you know, basically this right here will be your, you know, guides your index finger. You probably wouldn't want to be any closer to the edge than that. All their fingers follow suit, and I have average hands, not the biggest, not the smallest, and I'm able to get a full purchase, right? Also would accommodate a larger hand if that was the case, right? As for the sheath experience, well, I want to say it is a flat grind. It says Kizer there and Militaw D2 with Styles Design, aka Jonathan Styles logo on the other side. All right, just do a quick sheath check, all right, how well it goes in, and the click. Yes, always a satisfactory click. And I love how it goes on the way out. You build enough tension. All right, that's pretty sweet. That is a very sweet fit to that Kydex sheath. We definitely calibrated that pretty good. We do have a little bit of a draining hole right there. And other than that, I mean, again, this is one of my favorite sort of clipping solutions for a sheath you would ever see. Right? And I've already seen it in a few models from Kizer. So definitely a good call there. Good carry experience all around. But the blade here takes the cake. I want to say proportionately, I think maybe they made the blade a little bit longer than the overall handle will allow. So the blade to handle ratio here might be interesting. So overall length here we have a little bit over 8 inches, 8.1, 8.15. The blade is 3.75, and the handle is, okay, a little bit more, 4.25 or 4.3 inches. So for some reason, it just looks like you have a good, you know, amount of blade there for sure. So let's just cut to the chase here, right? With some side-by-sides, folding Militaw, right? It's going to be a little bit shorter. You get to see some of the differences here, right? So you do have this section right here in the folding version of the knife, because you can forward choke like that if you wanted to. So that's pretty good. Obviously with the fixed blade, you're probably not going to do that. That's why they made the curvature a little bit closer here to the plunge grind sharpening choil, if you would. And obviously you don't need an opening hole on the fixed blade. And I want to say, if anything, maybe the blade is a little bit narrower, right? Not nearly as tall as it is on the folding version, right? Maybe that's just me. You guys be the judge. And sliding right underneath is, of course, the little tiny guy here, the mini Militaw, right? So now we got the whole family tree right here, right? Got the full-size folding version, we got the mini folding version, and we got the fixed blade, right? Just pretty interesting there with those color inserts. I want to say, okay, so it probably won't work. I was gonna say it'll be interesting if you could swap the inlays from the fixed blade into the folding knives, but I'm looking at this diagonal line here, and it's a little bit more pronounced on the folding knives than it is on the fixed blade. So maybe they did that intentionally, I'm not sure, but that's definitely a consideration. You do have this hole right here, which will be your sort of lanyard hole, if you would, right? Something to keep in mind the fixed blade has that the other folding knives don't, right? Speaking of Jonathan style designs, right? Let's check it out here. Speaking of fixed blades, next to the Cabox, right? Take a look there. The Cabox is about the same size, but you know, has this ring back here. And the Smolt, right, is going to be a little bit smaller here, right? Take a look. Some other amazing sweet EDC fixed blades from Kizer, right? Definitely should check out if you haven't already. And speaking of fixed blades, right, here is the Vosteed Mink, right? This one is also a fixed blade here with a flat grind Nitro V steel, right? That one's going to be a little bit shorter and a little bit bigger here, a little bit heavier fixed blade from Remette, right? Rocking D2 as well. That one is about the same size, perhaps a little bit longer considering this whole lanyard solution back there, right? Again, all of these will be linked down below. So if you want to check prices, availability, all that good stuff, you guys are more than welcome to. All right, let's just do a quick round of folding knives, right? So you probably own some of these. The PM2 pair of 3, very PM2 size, right? Once it's, you know, compare there side by side. Right, obviously, you're going to get a longer cutting path, no doubt, with the Militaw fixed blade. Demko AD 20.5 and Kunwu Chad. The Chad is going to be actually pretty close, maybe a tad bit bigger. You guys be the judge there. The AD 20.5 is going to be a little bit smaller. Here's the Civivi Vision FG. It's going to be a little bit shorter. And the Kizer Varatas, also going to be a little bit shorter. And last but not least, there's the Vosteed Raccoon and the CJRB Hectare Alt. Right, so check these out. Again, these will be linked down below if you're interested. Should be unboxings for all these other knives in the channel as well if you want to learn more. But these are very highly recommendable and also in the budget category as well. Of course, we have to do our scientific cutting test, right? Very scientific test, by the way. All right, so you can see those swirls right there. Definitely will go through the material, right? Pretty good, right? Being D2 steel and all. These come really, really sharp out of the box, you guys. So that is one thing Kizer really does a good job with, making sure their knives come really nice and sharp out of the box. And yeah, it's gonna cut through that paper without a hesitation. It's gonna cut really, really, really good. Bam. So is it gonna cut paper? Of course. Did you even doubt that? Was that even a concern? I mean, I don't think it should be. And as for cardboard, well, you got a piece of cardboard here, single wall for the most part. A little bit of a section back here is dual wall, but I'm going to cut here from left to right. Remember, when cutting cardboard, don't cut perpendicular, but rather at an angle like that. So it will look something like this, right? Even though it is a significant sort of, you know, it gets a little bit thicker here towards the top. So it definitely could be used for some hardcore use as well. But bam, all right, here we go. So it only, you know, like any knife would, as it gets closer to that dual cardboard right there, right? It's only when it, you know, quote unquote struggles a little bit, but any knife would do that under any circumstance anyway. All right, but it cuts through it, right? No issues. I flip it around here and bam, right? I only tapered off a bit on that last cut, and then one final one. Bam. All right. Is it going to get work done? Is it going to cut? Absolutely, it will. There's no doubt about that. And again, I always leave it up to you guys. You guys be the judge in the comments. Let me know on a scale from 1 through 10, how sharp is this guy? How much of an edge has it retained, right? And then after giving it a nice little wipe here, right, all of the markings and all that are going to come off, and it's going to be, you know, pretty nice, clean, black, you know, a matte black finish to the blade. So that's pretty good, and it's going to help with the corrosion resistance of that D2 steel. Well, there you have it, guys. That is the Kizer Militaw, now coming in many flavors, right? You got the fixed blade, you got the budget version of the already popular full-size Militaw, which absolutely a slapper of an EDC knife. If you haven't already checked it out, you should. Now more affordable than ever. And here is the mini version as well. So maybe that was too big of a knife for you. Maybe you're more into small EDCs. Maybe you got your wife into EDCs like I did, and she loves carrying smaller knives. But there you go. Kizer has an answer for you in the form of the mini Militaw. So all sweet offerings from Kizer. Again, shout out to Kizer for sending these in. Really appreciate the opportunity to be able to showcase these knives to you. These are awesome, awesome designs. Don't just take it from me. You can check all their YouTube channels as well. They basically tell you the same thing. But of course, all these knives will be linked down below if you're interested in checking prices, availability, variants, and all that good stuff. Most of these are Amazon exclusives. So check the links in the description and the pinned comments. If you got value out of the video so far, smashing that like button really goes a long way. If you love knife and EDC content like this on a daily basis, go ahead and smash that subscribe button. I promise you it'll be worth coming back for more. I got tons and tons of awesome content coming out on a daily basis. You will not want to miss out. And you can support the channel a step further on Patreon or right here on YouTube by becoming a channel member. You'll get access to exclusive perks. Check out the unboxing on the Militaw right there on your left, right? That includes the regular size budget version and the mini Militaw, or check out the unboxing on the Kizer Varatas right here on your right. Another very popular now budget version of a very awesome knife from Kizer as well. You should check it out. Also on your right side, if you made it to the end, you are the real MVP, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me until the very end. Love and appreciate all of you, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Take care, guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.